I had a conversation with my son last night, and it's a little similar to this, but he was coming in and he was wrestling with something, and he had walked by a bird, and he was like, he felt God's prompting to pray for it. It was dead. Sorry, a dead bird. And so he prayed for the dead bird, and it would. My son is early 22, and he prays for this dead bird because he just feels like, oh, God can raise a dead bird,
Right.
and nothing happens, and so he's about to walk away, and he's like, oh, you're supposed to lay hands on, so he's thinking maybe it's that, so he lays hands on the dead bird, nothing happens, and he walks away, and he's annoyed. He's annoyed because he felt like God stopped him to pray for the dead bird. And he comes in, he's like, so what's the deal? If God wanted the dead bird, if he wanted to impact my faith, he would have raised the dead bird. And I said, no. I said, faith's what you do when he doesn't raise the dead bird. And we began to have this conversation because he was really wrestling with something way bigger than a dead bird. He was wrestling with a particular need and trying to understand faith. And it was a beautiful conversation that was basically one in which I was like, son, the thing that faith is it's the gift that God's invited you into to discover who he is when the answer isn't there. Yeah. That's the shift in the journey that I feel like you're all that we've talked about is kind of inviting us into that place. Is that fair?